Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Our guest today is an interesting one. He's of Egyptian descent but was raised in Germany. He recently just took a flight back home to Germany after spending 2 years in the United States as an au pair. If you aren't sure what an au pair is, keep on listening. I know AJ will give us all the details. AJ, thank you so much for being here today.
No problem. I'm glad. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, you're the best.
Thanks.
So I'm so sad that I met you while you were just having a little bit time left here, but I would like to ask you, what is an au pair? I know what an au pair is, but for the people that don't know, what is an au pair?
So an au pair is literally you have the chance to explore the country, for example, the U.S., and meanwhile earning money while you're babysitting for a family. Like the kids could be one kid, it could be two kids, it could be five kids. So yeah, that's literally what an au pair is, and it's like a good opportunity to explore another country, another culture. So yeah, that's why I did it.
So do you get to choose where you go?
Well, it's more like you'll get like activated for the families, and they will literally text you or like write you an email and be like, "Hey, do you have time to Skype? Let's get to know each other." And if you guys match, if you guys like get along, you just sign the contract and then you go there. So it's not really like you can say, "Well, I want to go to California" or "I want to go to Arizona." Yeah.
Gotcha. So did you use some sort of agency when you signed up?
Yeah, my agency was Au Pair Care. So that's the one I found. Actually, my friend, he did it first and then I did it. So I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And then I'm gonna do this too. So yeah, first I was planning for 1 year. Now it's at 2 years. It was worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd love to
Yeah.
get into that. I just want to get a little bit more details about um, what it took for you to get registered and get your placement. So, um, was it difficult to, sign up, I guess?
This now actually it's pretty easy to sign up. It's more hard to find a family, I would say, especially because I'm a boy and there are not a lot of families who wants boys. It's more likely like 70% girls, I would say. Uh,
Really?
yeah, it took me, so I heard like from other people, it took them like 2 months maybe or a month even to find a family. For me,
Mhm.
it took me like almost 5 or 4 months. Yeah.
Wow.
And there was like a gap between 2 and 3 months where I was like, well, there's nobody actually. And then this family came out of nowhere and we finally matched. So yeah, it's easy. It's actually easy to sign up, but it's hard to find a family, I would say, for
For
boys. I don't
boys,
know.
especially.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, did you have to be a graduate or have any sort of certifications or background checks or anything like that?
So it's more likely you have to earn hours. For boys, it will be more hours. I think like 900 or 800. For girls, only 600, but I'm not sure about this. Like for to take care of kids, like could be kindergarten or whatever, but it shouldn't be like inside the family. It should be outside the family. And
Hmm.
that's how you can like if you earn this and you can like literally show them a certificate you did this, that's the point where kids say, okay, I can be an au pair. So
Really?
that's the
So,
only.
so could you fake those hours, or is it
Well,
easy?
that's what I did actually. Yeah, that's what I did. I just talked to some friends who have kids,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's how it worked
And
actually.
they
They
just
just
signed
said
off on a
yes.
paperwork or something?
Yeah, they called them, the agent called and be like, yeah, did he really take care of your child? And they've been like, just yeah, it was fantastic, and yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So, for the people who like to take shortcuts, AJ's your guy.
Exactly.
That's so awesome. Um, so no, you didn't have to do any background checks or have a university degree or anything like that?
Not really, not really. I can't really, I don't think so, to be honest. I can remember, but I don't think so.
And do you have a degree and how old are you?
I'm 24. I have like what I mean degree. I mean, it's very different here in Germany than in America. It's more
Okay.
likely like a education as a tourism management. I would say. So
Hmm.
that's my degree. But I changed it now and I'll be an event manager because I like this spot more than like tourism, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna head for now.
Gotcha. But they didn't say like you need 4-year university bachelor or anything
Oh
like that.
no, no, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, I know for a lot of people who's interested in going, or for the interviews that I've done before, especially for like English teaching in certain areas, you have to have a degree. So this is pretty cool that
Yes,
it seems like a little bit easier to go and travel.
it
Um,
is.
and
It is.
one thing I didn't know is that you get paid. I thought literally, you get housing and you get food, and I wondered kind of about the payment.
Well, yeah, you get paid weekly, and it depends from family to family what they pay you back and what they don't. And there are some families that just have, or they have couple cars and they just say like, well, that car is yours, or you can just use the car for that and that time. But for me, thankfully, I got my groceries got paid back, the gas got paid back, and of course, housing is like for free.
Hmm.
And I had my own car, so everything was fine. Yeah.
As far as trips, because I know you took some trips to like California and some other trips, did that come out of pocket or did you
Um,
have extra money from working?
yeah, I actually just saved money for the trips. And thankfully, I could use the car. I knew like from the former pair before me. He was from Brazil, and he told me, well, it's hard that you can take the car for trips. What when I asked her, like the first time, she was like a little bit skeptic, but after the first time, when she saw like everything went fine with the car and everything, she was just like, well, yeah, you can use the car whenever you want. So that was really cool. Saved a lot of money.
Awesome. Were there opportunities to go to other countries or did you even think about that? Were you just like, I'm going to the US?
Actually, I was like, I'm going to the US. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I
Was your
always wanted to.
agency specifically for being an au pair in the US or did
Yeah,
they? Okay.
I think yes. I think there's wait. Maybe they also have Australia as an option, but I'm
Hmm.
not sure. But there's an option with Australia. But yeah, Australia wasn't. I don't know. I want to go to the US actually. It's way
Why?
better than Australia. I don't know. I always want to be like to live alone. To see like how it is to be alone on your own, even though you're with a host family.
Hmm.
And I don't know, like US always kind of like I always like this country, especially like the west side. Well, my wish was like
California?
California, exactly. But I mean,
His
Arizona's
Instagram
not
is
bad,
California guy.
exactly. So yeah, Arizona is not far from California. So I was actually even like Tucson. I was like, whoa, I don't even know Tucson where it is. I couldn't even spell it at all at the beginning.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm glad actually to be there. Or yeah.
Yeah. So, um, you decided to go there because of your friend, or to go and be an au pair because your friend did it before you, or what came up? Or how did the idea come up?
Well, the idea started at the beginning. I met him in my soccer team, and we both really liked the country. So that's how we became friends. So first, our first trip together was to LA, and that was my first time in the United States. And I was like, "Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Everything's like way different." So he came up with this opportunity, and I was like, "You know what? That could be the next step to see how it'd be like to live there." So
Hmm.
yeah, that's how au pair came. Like I was like, "Whoa, that's actually a good opportunity." Yeah.
So
So
you came.
actually.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So actually, a lot of people they say, "Well, I'm gonna do this because I like babysitting," but that's not true at all. It's mostly like you go there to live there, to explore stuff, to explore the country, and of course, like make money while babysitting. So that's what it is. Yeah, it's not like, "Oh, I'm gonna go there to babysit."
Yeah, I don't know if I know many people that were like, I was born to take care of kids. I
Yeah,
mean, I know there's some weird people, but
yeah,
mostly it's just kind of like a way to get there,
yeah,
I'm sure.
exactly.
So you took a trip to the US, to California, went back to Germany, applied to be an au pair, and then came back once you got your job?
Exactly.
Gotcha. So you
That's
kind of
how it
knew what you
happened.
were getting into a little bit when you
A
when
little
you
bit.
came here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still different though, because it's different than just vacation, you know? It's like you're literally living there. And it took me like a month or two to really like be like, all right, I'm here now.
What do
Yeah.
you mean? What do you mean? Like,
Like,
was it a hard transition for you?
yeah, it was like, I don't know, everything was like bigger, like I don't know, like it's like stupid example, but the self-checkout, I never knew what self-checkout is. Or people like
What?
packing your bags. I'm like, whoa, that's different though. They don't do it here. They really don't do it here. And
Wait,
they
so
barely
wait,
start with self-checkout.
they don't do self-checkout or they don't pack your bags?
Well, they don't pack your bags.
Uh-huh.
And with the self-checkout, they barely just started it here at some places, but not
What?
at all. Yeah.
So
So it
generally, if
was
you go
different.
to a store in Germany, you put your items, they scan it, and then you go put your stuff in your own bag.
Exactly what we usually do. You just put it in your cart, go to a place, and then pack in your bags.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a little bit different. What else?
I would say the size of the meals and everything, like the drinks. Medium is like large here, you know. Everything was bigger, like the cars and like the gas was like way cheaper than here, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
So,
everything
so
was
some of those things were good things. I mean, no one's going to complain about cheaper gas, but for
yeah,
you, was the meals being bigger? Was that like, yeah, sweet, the meals are bigger, or was it like, oh, these are
of
fat
course.
people?
No, of course. Like at the beginning, I was like, "Wow, nice!" Like it's bigger, but like after a while, I was like, "Well, I can't, no, I can't eat it at all," you know, because it's like too big. But yeah, at the beginning, I was like, super excited to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I know for myself, I guess no one really ever told me that the portions were large, you know. I just lived in the US
Yeah,
and the portions were large. And then I, started becoming more aware of, what I should eat and how much I should eat. And I was like, oh
yeah,
man, I should really like only eat half of what I get at a restaurant and then save the half for later. But I'm sure that's why there's so many of us that are
yeah,
overweight here.
yeah. Well, another example is the drinking. Like if you get a drink, you can always fill it up for free. We can do it here. Even though the water, you get always water for free,
Mhm.
and we literally have to pay for water. That's like the
Oh.
difference.
Is there not tap water or you still pay for tap water?
Well, you don't know if you get tap water or normal water. Probably it is tap water, but you at restaurants you have to pay for it.
Really? So if
Yeah.
I just said, "Can you give me free tap water?" They wouldn't.
I I think they will give it to you, but like like if you order water, just normal water, you'll pay like euro or something like this for it.
Yeah.
But it's not like or they fill it up or like it's for free.
Oh, I think traveling around, I did notice that too. When I was in Europe, I was like, "Why am I paying for this? Like, what kind of water am I getting?"
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, it's
weird.
different. It
Yeah.
is.
I definitely appreciated coming back home and having free refills.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's what I miss.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Free
Nah.
refills. So you have a Skype interview. You say, yes, we're going to do this. What's
Yeah.
next?
So at this au pair room, like the agency, the website, you have like your own room. There's like a contract. So you sign it, you scan it back in, they sign it and scan it back in. And that's literally it because the agency will pay your flight. Like you pay like you're gonna tell them when you want to go. And yeah, that's actually it. Then you just prepare yourself for the flight, to the trip to the US.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's in the contract? Is there things that you can debate on? Like you get your own
Mm,
room or for how long or like what's in the contract?
well, it says like 40 hours a week. And it says, of course, housing. But honestly, I didn't really read it. I just signed it because I was too excited. But that's what I can remember.
So when you came to the US, did you ever like take it back out and look at it and be like, so what is it that I really should have?
Well, at one point I thought about it because I was like doing more than I used to do. Like I literally did like exercise with the boy. I did homeschool with the boy. It's more like teacher, physiotherapist, and like au pair. So I was like,
Yeah.
wait, am I doing too much? But I mean, like after a while, I just got used to it. I was like, just screw it, just do it. It's more like living here than working here. See him as your brother, as like your coworker, whatever. So yeah,
Gotcha. So, have you heard of any horror stories, of people that
oh my
become an au
gosh.
pair and like, they hate it?
Yeah, a lot. Like we have like
Mm.
au pair WhatsApp groups, and I always read them like those messages like, yeah, I work too hard, I work too long, and I don't get paid well, and I don't get a lot of vacation, and I always like I work overtime. So I was like, guys, like don't see it at work. It's more like hang out with them, like enjoy the time. That's why
Yeah.
and it's more, and especially after the pandemic, like I was like homeschooling the kid for almost like actually for 2 years. And then it was just so funny how everyone complained and be like, yeah, like I can't stand it to homeschooling him and it's too hard. And they always complain. I was like, guys, I'm doing it for 2 years.
Yeah, you
Like
can do it
just get
too.
yeah, like just get used to it. Yeah, there are a lot of stories like that.
Yeah. And for you, did you ever have that feeling where you're like, "Whoa, this is too much for me," or I don't want to be here? I mean, obviously you stayed there for 2 years, so
Yeah, I mean, of course, at some point I was like, I don't want to do it at all. Like I just want to go home. Or like when the host was saying, "Oh, it's your job." She likes to use the sentence, "It's your job to do this. It's your job to do that." I don't like the sentence like "It's your job."
yeah.
Just be like, "Would it be cool if you do this?" Or "Would it be cool if you do this?" So it's like it's your job to keep him like to do the exercise, even though it's not really my job. Like she's paying a physiotherapist, to come like twice a week. So it's not really my job. That's what I didn't
Yeah.
really like. Yeah, but like
Uh-huh.
everything else was just fine, to be honest.
Yeah, that's nice. That's cool that you had some access to the car
Yeah.
and were able to take trips and it wasn't too much work for you.
Yeah.
But I definitely see that it was a lot of perspective for you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what was your favorite thing about being here? Like was it is it something that you would do again or you would suggest to other people?
Honestly, try to make friends real like faster than I did. It took me a while
Hmm.
because if you have friends, especially like don't really concentrate on the au pairs, especially not from them like from your own country. It would be nice to be friends with them too, but concentrate on making like local friends because if you do it earlier, you learn more about the culture way earlier. It took me like a year almost, to be honest, to make
Really?
like local friends. Yeah. Like it started with soccer and then like even Tinder, like it's not always dating. It's more like I became friends with them. Like, and then her friends and everything. So at the end I had like 12, 13, 14 friends. And that's really cool. Yeah, they really appreciate you if you're from another country. They would like to get to know your culture and everything. So
Who? Are
yeah,
you
that's
saying people in general or who
yeah,
who?
well, like from the States, actually, if they see,
Yeah.
oh, you're from there or from there, they really like to talk to you and be like, oh, well, how is it there? And how do you see any like differences and stuff like this? Because when you hear, oh, you're from Germany, I'm like, oh, cool. Tell me more about it. So yeah,
You're
it's pretty
suddenly a
cool.
very interesting person, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, just start early to make some friends. It could be just like, I don't know, if you do sports, just like from like soccer for me, try to find some pickup games like you did or we did. Or I don't know, depends like what you like. Try to do it there, and that's how you will find some friends.
Did you use meetup.com to find the soccer or how did you find?
Actually, I just Googled it and I came to meetup.com.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, meetup.com is super cool. For the people that don't know what meetup.com is, it's free to use. You can look at a bunch of different groups, things that you're interested in, like soccer, photography, languages, yoga. I'm sure there's like naked walking groups. There's just like all sorts
Yeah.
of weird stuff, but
Exactly.
like cool stuff as well. And it's free. Sometimes, your groups might charge something after you decide you like it. Like I
Yeah.
think we pay $20 a year.
20. Yeah.
Nothing.
That's
Yeah.
something.
So I definitely suggest Meetup if you move anywhere in the US or, outside the US. They have it in Europe. Is it common in Germany?
I don't know. I actually just thought about it. Maybe I should research it if it's actually here a thing or not. With meetup,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not
I'll
sure.
see.
I know I could find stuff in like Spain, but I'm not sure. I don't think I ever looked it up in Germany.
Yeah, I have to look it up to be honest.
Okay, maybe we can let people know, or they can just
Oh
they can Google it if they decide
yeah.
they're gonna go
Yeah.
to Germany for sure.
Yeah.
So you would suggest to people to make friends earlier. What else? What else would you suggest to people?
Like don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do this tomorrow or next week. If you want to do something, just do it. And don't think about money. I mean, you're earning like weekly good money. Just like you're only there for 1 year or 2 years, depends on you. And literally do it. Like especially if you're from Europe, it's not like you'd be like, oh, next weekend I'll just fly to the States and go there and there. So just do it. Like don't think about it. Whatever you want to do or see there.
So that's a good point. Your suggestion is whatever you make, just spend it because you're only going to be there just that 1 year.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, don't
I'm
yeah.
good.
Like don't be like, oh, I need to save money for a home, like that's what a lot of actually I planned it too, but at the end I came home with like, I don't know, $300 maybe.
Yeah.
And I actually people are like, wow, you didn't save money at all, like from 2 years. I'm like, well, yeah, but at least I lived my life there. Like I'm like 24 and I saw a lot than people don't see in 40 years. So yeah, that's like memories, like you can't just buy them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you bought them.
Well, yeah, literally,
That's why you don't
yeah.
have any money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Like you have
very,
to live them, like you have to be there.
yeah, definitely. I guess it depends too on your situation when you come back. If you have a family that you can, move back in with to save some money. I know I did. I had a wonderful family that I could stay with and save up money and get on my feet and get a job and start saving money that way. But if you don't have that sort of um, like support, I guess maybe save some money.
Exactly. Yeah, that's different though. But yeah, of course you shouldn't go home with like with $0 or something like this. But still, like make a list and do like priorities. You want to see this, or you want to see that top, like do a top five or something like this, or you still have money when you come back home. But at least like don't be just like home, be like, oh, I need to save money. That's like the worst you can do.
Yeah, definitely. Like experiences are not going to just come to you. I mean, yeah, they're not going to just come to you. You definitely have to have a little bit of desire to want to do X, Y, and Z. And then, there'll be people that'll be like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? But,
Exactly.
first you have to meet the people and you have to have the desire to go
Yeah,
to other places, right?
exactly.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Um, Anything else about being an au pair? Um,
Thinking, I don't know. It's different. I don't know. If you have this opportunity, just do it. Like really just do it. It's really worth it. Especially if you have like a gap year and you don't know what to do this. Because that's a really good opportunity.
Do you know anything about being an au pair in other countries or other websites, other people that have experienced
I know
that?
I actually know a lot of people in the United States, they like to do it in Europe, like Spain. I don't know about Germany to be honest, but like Spain, Italy, like all those Mediterranean countries. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know about Brazil or like
Hmm.
South America, but I
Hmm.
know a lot of of the states are going to Europe. So yeah, there's like an opportunity if you guys want to travel to Europe.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's that difficult.
No.
I wonder if I would have liked it. That was something that I had considered actually when I graduated high school. I thought about doing or being an au pair, but my parents were definitely like, get a degree or
Yeah.
get an education first. So I never did it.
Yeah.
But it definitely seems like a good option for people that are interested in traveling. I
Yeah.
wonder how it is with COVID right now. Like, do you think
Yeah.
there's do you think that there's still people looking or
I think it just stopped for now because like I know in the States there's like a ban till the end of the year now.
oh, okay, I
So
didn't know.
yeah, they're like just like those in-country au pairs who like travel around or like extended in another family, but like they have to be there. They can't come like from Europe or somewhere else.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's hard for now. I would say just wait till the next year and see what happens.
How long could you be an au pair? So you were an au pair for 2 years. Could you do it for
So
4 or 5?
you can be an au pair for 1 year first, and then you can extend for 9 months or 12 months.
Hmm.
And now with the pandemic, I even had an option after two. Well, actually, you can only stay for 2 years, but after the pandemic, you had an option to stay for 6 more months. But
Mm.
this option literally came like 2 weeks after I signed my contract here for work, so I couldn't really stay.
Would you have
Otherwise, I
stayed?
would think about it. I would
Really?
think about it, yeah. Because it's
So
like it's the States. Like it's not like you can do this your whole life or like whenever you want.
that's so funny that you say that because it blows my mind because for me I want to leave the US, I want to go
Well, yeah.
experience other things that, I know there's people that, live in other countries that want to come to the US and they just think it's so cool and amazing, but for me I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta go.
Yeah. I think my next step is now like travel through Europe. I feel like even though I live here, I didn't see a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So I do a pre-questionnaire for all my interviews, and I think, AJ, you said you've been to 4 countries?
Yeah, not a lot, right?
That seems just
And
bananas to
two
me.
countries of them are in Europe.
Yeah, like seriously, like how many borders do you have with other countries? You could how many places can you go within a 2-hour drive of you?
Poland. Well, actually, I've been to Poland, but not like real, like explore the country.
Yeah.
Um, Poland, Switzerland, Austria. Actually, I might go to Austria this year. Um, Netherlands, I think. What else? Belgium, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there are like a couple of countries.
That's
France,
yeah. That's
yeah,
just crazy. That's crazy. And you haven't been there. Like for me, like that's my dream is to get a European passport. I think that's the golden passport. And be able to just move around to any country I want. Like you
yeah,
being European, you could live and work anywhere in Europe, right?
exactly. Like you can go whatever. You just need your ID. You don't even need your passport
You don't need a
if you're
passport.
European. No, as a European, you
Really?
don't need it. Inside Europe, you can just like travel around with your ID.
Okay, but one thing that I think I would be upset with is that I love getting stamps in my passport.
That's true though.
And you wouldn't get those dang stamps, would you?
That's true.
Can you bring your passport and be like, stamp it for me? So stamp it for me.
I only got a stamp when I went to Egypt. I don't know about Spain because I didn't use my passport there or England. Actually,
Yeah.
to England we drove. That was like more like a class trip, like a
Hmm.
school trip with a bus. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I wish I could switch places with you, but like still be me and still be married and still, have all
Yeah,
my stuff. Maybe mostly I just want your passport.
yeah.
That's so cool. So, question for you. Did you know English? Like how well was your English or how good was your English?
Actually,
Um,
pretty good.
really?
Yeah, I started like in grade three, like third grade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, till now, like with listening to music and Netflix and everything, and like friends, like Tandem the app, just make friends and talk. But I feel like when I went to the States, I got way better in like the American slang, like how people talk to each other. Not like really formally, just like how they talk to each other. So yeah,
Like
right
what?
now I could
Can you tell
say,
me? Can you tell me what is some slang that's off the top of your head?
I don't know, like I'm down. I never knew what I'm down is. Like when you say I'm down, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or I don't know what else there. There are like a lot of stuff. I can't really remember right now.
I'm
But yeah,
trying to
it's
just give
like,
you some thinking time.
yeah. But I feel like right now I'm like on my highest level. Even though maybe I have an accent still, but I don't really care about it. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
most
yeah.
people here love hearing accents. It definitely makes you more interesting. People are gonna want to be like, "Oh, who are you?" Versus if you were just if you just had an English accent, they're like, oh, he's or an American accent, he might
Yeah,
just think you're American. So they might not
exactly.
pay much attention to you, might not have that connection so quickly. So I
Yeah,
say keep your accent.
yeah.
But I really don't think that you have I don't know if you really
It's not
have an
strong.
accent. It's like kind of
It's not strong.
tiny.
It's tiny. Like for me, I can really hear it, but like for American people, they could tell like there's an accent.
Yeah, definitely. So you started learning English from a young age.
Yeah.
Is that everybody in Germany? Are you special in that you knew English so well, or do you think does everybody in Germany know English so well?
Actually, everybody starts in third grade, but it's more like British English.
Uh-huh.
It's not like American English. So I switched to British English after a while, after like a couple of years. So I was like, nah, I don't really like the British English. It's too hard for me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like, even though it's original English, it sounds like fake English for me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why. But yeah, I like the American English way more.
Is it just because you were watching so much Netflix,
Probably,
American movies?
probably.
Like, what are trousers?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So if somebody goes to Germany, most likely they'll be able to just talk with anybody on the street with in English. Would you say that?
Yeah, I could, yeah, actually, yes. It should be easy, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, like sometimes it's hard. I would say like 90% should know English here and should
Mm-hmm.
talk English. I mean, it's like a world language, so yeah, it shouldn't be that hard.
Um, so if you wanted to be an au pair again, could you be an au pair again in the US or go somewhere else?
I could, like, I think the limit is like 26 years old. You have to,
Oh, really?
yeah,
There's an age limit.
yeah.
So that's a good thing. So I'm turning 27 in like 2 days. I
So
wouldn't
yeah,
be
you
able
could
to
sign up
qualify.
right now. If you
Sign up
sign
right
up right
now.
now, get your hours, so fake your hours, and be like, find a family within 48 hours. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know that. So that's really good to know. As far as a qualification, our older listeners would not be able to be an au pair.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh, so I'm guessing what the age is like 18 to 26 is
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. Okay, so up to 26. Do you know anybody that after being an au pair stayed in the US longer, maybe got a degree
Mm.
or like that was able to become a citizen or anything like that?
Well, I know some, not personally, just my host mom. She told me like her former au pairs, some like three of them or two of them got married, like one of them got a degree, and
Mm-hmm.
the other one like they have kids and they
Mm-hmm.
live there now. But like I feel like they all came like from South America somehow. I mean, if I
Mm-hmm.
live in South America, I'll be like, whoa, the States, I would like to live there, you know. But as
Yeah.
a German citizen, I'll be like, it's pretty nice there, but I think I'm gonna keep my German passport and stay in Europe, but still travel to the States, you know.
Do you know if there's
Yeah.
dual citizenship? Can you be
Sorry.
can you have dual citizenship
I
become
think it would be possible.
yeah.
I think I don't know. Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, I know for Spain, Spain won't recognize it. But for like Portugal, you can have a Portugal passport and a United States
Oh,
passport. But
that's
I'm not
nice.
sure about Germany.
Yeah, I'm not sure too, but it would, I think it's possible. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So you don't want to move to the US. You just really wanted to experience the US, stay there for a while. But as far as the future goes, are you thinking that you want to stay in Germany or what are you thinking?
No, well, my wish would be like literally to travel the world, see everything, because you only live once. You know, it's not like you
YOLO.
only, yeah, you only have this opportunity once, so why not? So I did the States. Now my next step is Europe, probably then Asia, maybe, you know, and Australia and South America at some point. And I
Hmm.
literally make friends like, and again, through the app, like Tandem, I think that's a pretty, really, really good app if you want to,
Talk
if
about
you're,
that, please. Tell us what's
yeah,
tandem.
like Tandem is like, you literally, it's for free, first of
Hmm.
all, and you can make friends. Like you can say like, I'm good at this language and I want to learn this language or get better at this language. So you talk to foreign people who live there and like you just get to know each other. You can talk about whatever you want, and you can like you can video call, you can audio call, you can become friends, like I don't know, um, get each other's Snapchat or whatever.
Hmm.
And like after a while, like I don't know, visit each other, like or talk, like just improve your language. And it's pretty cool, like especially if you want to travel like around the world. I feel
Hmm.
like you should download this app.
So have you met people off of Tandem after talking with them?
Yep. Yeah. So the first time I met two girls, well, like actually one girl, but they're like twins in Long Beach, California,
Hmm.
south of LA. And we talked for like a year. And I was like, well, actually, I know you so well now. I'm going to visit you. And they're like, yeah, you can stay at our house. That's totally
Wow.
fine. So I went there, and actually, of course, like at some point you'll have plan B. Like, what if they don't be there? Like, what if they disappear?
Hmm.
But they've been there, and they picked me up, and me and my friend actually, been like three guys, and like we became really good friends. And then after 6 months later, they came to Germany. They came here. We spent time here, so it's like still now, like we're really, really good friends.
Wow, that is
Yeah,
so cool. So she was interested in learning German and you were interested in learning English?
exactly,
So did you guys help each other out a lot? Like, was she pretty
exactly.
good at German
Oh yeah,
after talking with you?
she's
Yeah.
pretty good. She really improved.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I've used Tandem as well, and the way you spell it is
TDM.
Tandem. Yeah,
Yep.
tandem.com and or I don't know if .com. You can no, you can
Well, it's actually an app.
it's an app. Yeah, you're right, you're right. It's an app and you can get it on your phone and you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, I think it's so cool. I've made some friends as well. I haven't met anybody yet, but
Yeah,
I'm glad that you brought that up. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so um, is there anything else that you would like to add, for people that haven't traveled before, or are thinking about it, getting ready to? Would you give them any more advice?
Just don't be afraid. Like, don't think a lot about it. I would say just do it. And don't think about other people's opinion because at the end of the day, it's your life. Like, you decide what you want to do.
Hmm.
So, yeah, just do it.
Okay, so now that you bring that up, did other people have opinions about you being an au pair?
Actually, my family first was like, well, you're gonna just waste a year or 2 years, and like, you should better find a job and stuff like this. But I was like, after a while, like after I've been there and told them what I'm actually doing there, I'm like, you know what? Actually, it helps you like to grow up, like
Hmm.
self growth, to be more independent on yourself, how it is. If you don't like, if you're about to live by on yourself, you want to practice this first,
Yeah.
be an au pair because you're really on your like by your own.
Hmm.
But that's just like it's a lot of like if you want to experience another country or culture, if you want to live by yourself, if you would just want to make new friends like around the world, do it. Just do it.
Don't think about it.
Yeah,
Just do it. I love it. Awesome. AJ, thank you so much for being on the show. I
welcome.
really enjoyed learning about your experience. I really actually haven't talked to many au pairs before, so this was
Yeah,
just super cool. So thank you so much for
you're
being
welcome.
here.
No problem.
Yay! Well, we'll definitely stay in touch. Thank you so much. Can't wait
You're
to
welcome.
publish. All
All right.
right. Take care.
See ya.